customers, they still have that spreadsheet like view. They know they need to get off of it. All your apps in one place, all your data in one place. You can make smart workflows.
There's nothing Odoo can't do, right? Welcome, Jacob. Very nice to meet you. Can you tell me a little bit about your company, BizyLife?
Yeah. So BizyLife, I started it about 6 years ago. I was in a manufacturing setting, and I was managing their IT, and I was curious about their existing system. And they were spending a day sometimes to get pricing. They exported all of their information from their ERP to spreadsheets, and then they had to use all these kinds of formulas to figure out pricing, and it was really clunky. And so I was looking for alternative, and I found Odoo. And so I built up some marketing materials, got a few customers, and ended up getting scouted by a couple ERP companies, and ended up working for a NetSuite partner actually for a few years. And I really missed the Odoo product a lot. And so last year in Belgium, I gave a speech on why I decided to break up with NetSuite and run away with Odoo.
Excellent.
And released a white paper, which I think is the most in-depth comparison of NetSuite and Odoo right now. And it's available on my website. And so I've been just working on building BizyLife and working on increasing my customer base and increasing specialization to help better serve my customers.
Yeah, well, especially your experience sounds like very helpful in manufacturing and seeing the clunky, inefficient way that work can be done and how much Odoo can improve it. So yeah, that firsthand experience, which is invaluable. Tell me what is unique about your company? What's unique about BizyLife compared to anybody else that is in the same field?
There's a couple things. I think one of the number one things is we have a consulting automation platform that we built, which essentially we realized that Odoo was very convenient and helped improve our customers' lives and made them more efficient in how they operated. But we were still doing a lot of manual work for the implementation process and for creating certain reports and documents that we provided to our customers. It took a lot of our time, and we wanted to kind of free up that time, because in the name BizyLife, our slogan is we want to remove busy work for your busy life.
That's wonderful.
And so we built a consulting automation platform that helps facilitate some of those consulting tasks and make it less time consuming. So that's one thing. And then just focusing on verticals. So we're working with manufacturing and also engineering services, environmental services are grouped under that. So services and manufacturing.
So are those your specialty sort of businesses that you work with the most?
Yes. Yeah. Right now, those are the two that we're working with the most.
Okay.
Do
you have any implementations that sort of stand out? Any, customer experience, getting them on board with Odoo that just kind of comes to mind that you might want to talk about?
There's one company where it was a geological consulting company, and environmental services, and they had a lot of different systems, and I helped them consolidate all their systems into one place. And now I'm working with them to make it so that they have reporting that they were never able to see before, to be able to see certain things on the utilization rate of different employees, and to be able to just better understand their business and make better business decisions. And then another thing that distinguishes BizyLife, one of the people that at our booth, it's branded with AR funding. So we actually have a embedded finance solution that we're releasing that helps companies get quicker access to working capital.
Nice. Wow.
So that's just another thing that we're working on, building more solutions to better service our customers.
So I guess with your customers, do you do, is there like a check-in, or every X amount of time you're like, hey, let's see how we can improve your workflows now? Or do they come with you saying, oh, I have to do these 5 steps. Can we bring this down to 3 or 2? Is that something that that comes up? you know, with your
Yeah,
customers?
yeah. We try to share what Odoo can do, but it's kind of hard to show everything Odoo can do at first.
Yeah.
And you kind of need to limit that scope in the original go live because I mean, software development it's I think it's better to do agile. There is somewhat of a waterfall approach to a go live implementation. You have to do an accounting setup, and you need to make sure that a lot of things are right, and you can't completely phase that part in. So you have the initial launch, which you try and limit in scope, and the customer and sales process might have gotten excited about these other apps that can do these fancy things, but really you need to establish that those core apps, and then once those core apps are established, that's when you really start to improve the system and install those other specialized apps. So yeah, it's important to meet with customers like quarterly or regularly to ask them how everything's going, make sure that they're getting value from the system and making sure that they are up to date with the latest features of Odoo. There's a lot of times where customers, they are using software and they don't know everything it can do, and Odoo can do a lot. There's the third-party marketplace is gigantic, and there's so much value there, and there's so much value just in the native Odoo apps that customers may have sitting in front of them this magic solution to a bunch of their problems, and they don't even know it's there. So helping them, meeting with them regularly helps them see that, so that way they can unlock. I think software in general accelerates really, really fast, and what is capable always improves. But I think the biggest roadblock to the utilization of software is not what software can do, but empowering users to use the software that they already have right in front of them. And that's where myself as a partner shine and help my customers and provide them a ton of value, because I show them how to turn on the things that they have, and then help optimize the things that are that there might not be. So
yeah, you had a great quote on your website. It was that you were passionate about bridging the gap between basically what technology is capable of and what your customers need, because they just building that customization to make sure that everything works perfectly for them, and yet trying to figure out what it is they need and how to make Odoo work for them in that capacity. So yeah, I can tell like you're very passionate about that. What are 3 aspects of Odoo that you like the most and that's helped fuel your growth?
I think the thing that I like the most, they kind of go hand in hand, are the product and the ecosystem. I think that the ecosystem fuels the product, and the product strengthens the ecosystem. And I like that the ecosystem, it's very open. I think a lot of ERP players, they're have a pay to play mindset, where you need to pay in order to be able to provide value for the ecosystem. Whereas with Odoo, they're built on an open source core, which allows anyone anywhere in the world to download Odoo, and they can run it on their laptop if they're a developer. A lot of applications are modern applications. Something that I think is a good example is a messaging platform. Messaging platform is very simple, but there are a lot of messaging platforms. Slack has kind of dominated the messaging platform space, and the main reason, I believe, is because of the open API, and it's so easy to create integrations with Slack. And I think in a similar way, a lot of the ERPs, they're like Odoo is the most open to creating developments. And I think that a lot of other ERPs out there, they don't see that. They make it so that you have to pay in order to provide value to the space. Whereas Odoo, anyone can create an app and put it on the marketplace, which has just, I think, really fueled its growth and made a really strong core product.
Yeah, it's helpful right out of the gate for anybody, basically. Do you have a favorite Odoo app? Mine's Lunch.
I like the dashboards app.
Yeah.
I like to show that in demos first, because it really shows how tied together everything is. And for so customers, they still have that spreadsheet like view. They
Yep.
can still use the spreadsheets that they're familiar with, that everybody knows they need to get, they know they need to get off of it, and they can kind of preserve it. And it's an engine that helps them see visually beautiful, powerful KPIs in a dashboard. And I really like the new feature in Odoo 18 that they talked about, the quoting feature. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice baby step. So it's like, we're not going to take away all of your spreadsheets. You can still sort of see spreadsheet like infrastructure. So this way they're more likely to, adopt Odoo and learn really quickly. Mm-hmm. What about the learning curve for Odoo? How was that for you?
I had some other ERP experience, so which helped and aided my knowledge of Odoo. I think that Odoo is a very simple platform, and I think that they've tried to. I mean, that's their motto, is keep it simple.
Yep.
And the UI and UX make it really easy to be intuitive and to know where you're supposed to go. The tours, they help guide you as a user. There's tons of videos online, and there's also there's tons of videos online, and the ecosystem is really active. So if you have a question, you can check the Odoo forum. You can check you can check my website, which has answers.
Yep.
And then there's tons of other partners that provide
documentation listed right online.
And the tutorials. I really like that. That's another thing I like about Odoo, is that they use what they sell, and all like that learn portal that is awesome, where you can do quizzes and stuff to assess what you've learned on. That is provided out of the box for Odoo customers.
So how did the Odoo Partner Program help fuel your growth with BizyLife?
It's helped, and I really like my partner manager, Dave. Shout out to Dave. I meet with him weekly to strategize and to be a sounding board to help me develop my vision and my ideas. And he's been really, really helpful. And we constantly talk throughout the week about opportunities and ways that I can improve. And so he's been really helpful, and always, he's a good advocate for me. If I ever need an answer on something, or if I ever need something, he's always a really good advocate for me. So yeah, I like Dave a lot.
Good job, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. It was very nice to talk to you.
Yeah,
great to hear
pleasure.
about Odoo and BizyLife, just working hand in hand. So
yeah,
thank you so much for being a partner and for speaking with me today. And I wish you a ton of success in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I even built my wedding website using Odoo.
Nice. Very cool. Bridging the work and personal. Love it.